does that go back to the 13-second game when McDermott, as it came out from Lombardi last week, Mike Lombardi on the Pat McAfee show announced that, hey, the problem with the Bills in that 13-second game was Sean McDermott, that he took over the defensive play calling with 13 seconds left and botched things up completely so bad that the Bills ended up allowing KC to tie the game up. Do you think he might have blamed? Who was the defensive signal call on the field at that time? It's Tremaine Edmonds. He's the defensive signal caller. So do you think he might have had some animosity or some blame toward Tremaine Edmonds? Because now that I'm thinking about it, why else would you get rid of a guy who's in the prime of his career and you pay a mediocre tight end? You give his money to a mediocre tight end by the name of Dawson Knox. Why would you do that? Why would you pay a mediocre tight end big time money when you got a big time middle linebacker and now you're looking for a middle linebacker? So it just doesn't, something's not right there with Tremaine Edmonds. And now you're seeing more and more fallout. And I think you're going to continue to see more and more fallout from that 13-second game because the players that are still here from that day, they were in the locker room. They know what happened. They were on the field. They know what happened on that sideline. They know McDermott botched it up so bad. He loses his composure. He panics. When it's a critical situation, the man panics, and he's done it over and over again in that 13-second game. Now he's taking over the defense. I guess he's going to try to show us this year that, hey, okay, we're going to go with your defense. You're going to make the defensive calls and make it throughout the entire season. So let's see what kind of calls you're going to be able to make. Let's see what he's going to do. He just elevated Eric Washington, a good friend of the show. And we had a nice article with Eric Washington and had him on the show last season. Congratulations on being named the assistant head coach position now. So good. Congratulations for Eric Washington. Al Holcomb, defensive quality control. Both of those guys are capable of being defensive coordinators in the National Football League and have been. Al Holcomb been with Arizona and the Carolina Panthers. But the ironic thing is, and it's not really ironic, both of these gentlemen worked under Sean McDermott. So all these guys now you have are guys that worked under Sean McDermott and used to his leadership and used to his style of being a leader. So what that tell you, Fanatic?
Yeah, well, hey, to me that sounds like it is 100% that Sean McDermott going all in. He realized the castle is his, and that he's going for it. He's gonna bring in his guys, and I guess from what you see, Radman, and it is fair to say, it's not like you saying there was some real strife between Leslie Frazier and McDermott, and really McDermott used Frazier as a fall guy. Is that fair to say?
That is fair to say. And also in Lombardi's comments on the Pat McAfee show a week ago, hey guys, Google it and check out what Lombardi had to say. Because just to paraphrase what Lombardi was saying, he asked at the beginning of last season, after the 13-second debacle, he asked Leslie Frazier that he wanted to call some of the plays during the upcoming season. And he said, Leslie Frazier said to him, Leslie Frazier was kind of shocked and said, what you want to do that for after you done botched up the 13-second game? Wow, you would have thought you wouldn't want to be calling the defense, making the defensive calls after botching it up so badly in the playoff game. And so him and Leslie Frazier probably been having a little, he just didn't sit right the entire season of last season and so forth. So now you see Leslie Frazier's gone. Leslie Frazier might be with Brian Daboll and Joe Sheen, the general manager over in the New York Giants, who also was here when the 13-second game happened. So they know what went down as well. So they said, hey, man, we got a place for you right here because we know what you can do, man. And keep in mind, Leslie Frazier, of the 5 years that he was here, his defense was in the top 10 and actually in the top 3 of the 5 years. And that's almost unheard of. That's almost unheard of for a defense to be in the top 10 almost all 5 years, and in the top 3 and also number 1 position for most of in 3 of the 5 years. That's almost unheard of. So Leslie Frazier was putting it down. Why wouldn't Sean McDermott allow him to finish the game? I don't get that. That sounds like ego right there, Fanatic.
Yeah, that definitely sounds all the way. That I feel like the Bills, they gonna have some good decisions to come up.